Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this gorgeous morning. Welcome to Master Tarot. My name is Libby. Okay, today I'm not going to have a look at a political reading or a speculation or anything like that. I want to have a look just to see how Zelenskyy is doing. Now, a lot of us have been joining forces and sending him positive energy. There have been reports of attempted assassinations on Zelenskyy by Russians. How much is propaganda and how much is actually factual, we will possibly never know. So I just want to see how he's going and how he will go. How he's going and how he will go. Now I'm using my Light CS Tarot, which is my family and friends cards. I tend to use them for people I feel that I would like to know as a family or friend. Very brave man. Come to his own. I think what it was this was his time as a political leader in a time of peace. Perhaps he may have struggled, but as a leader, a determined leader, but also a compassionate leader, he has just really come to the fore. So just have a couple of looks. Tell me about where Zelenskyy is at the moment. Tell me about where Zelenskyy is at the moment. Tell me about where Zelenskyy is at the moment. Oop, not quite finding it. Tell me where Zelenskyy is at the moment. Those ones did not want to keep going. Ooh, okay. Now, this can mean the Tower card. We all know the meanings of the Tower card. They can be abrupt change, destruction, etc. But it can also mean tearing down of the old structures to rebuild. And then we have this card of choices. Can also be illusion and delusion, but in this case I'm getting choices. So this is where he is at the moment now. He is trying to tear down the old structure of the German patriarchy regime, thuggery, and he is facing choices about what to do. And then we have death on the base, which is about authentic reform, but we also, I'll keep going on the base. We've got authentic reform, death and rebirth, and I'm always drawn to the light coming out from under the cowl of death there. It is about death of, if you have a look at the surrounds, the death of what is not so much desirable, and then we have this beautiful rebirth coming through. The Strength card, the manifestation of possibilities, the Magician, he has at his power. Then we have the Ace of Cups. So this is a new emotional beginning. So this is where Zelenskyy is at now. And what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of that 4 major arcana. In that, so what we've got is that he is at the stage, where he is now is and I'm always drawn to the butterflies in this card. They just fly away. The butterflies fly away. The squirrel at the base is not too perturbed, but it is the breaking down of the old to be able to rebuild. And I suspect this is, he has indicated all along that he wants to negotiate, and he is willing to negotiate. But he is this figure, the authentic reform figure, with his strength. So his inner strength is really coming to the fore in this. He has the ability to manifest fabulous possibilities for the future. And then we have this new start, the emotional, the relationship new start, but also remembering that it can be an overwhelming of emotion as well, which is Ukraine at the moment, an overwhelming of emotion. So that's the energies for Zelenskyy at the moment. I'll do another draw with my light seers and then I'll move on to my intuition cards. Now I haven't put any questions down at all. All I have written is his name on my notes. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, if I get that correct, and I do apologise for my terrible Australian accent, but I just want to see how he's going to fare. So that's the energies he has at the moment. Tell me about how Zelenskyy, as the leader of Ukraine, how Zelenskyy will fare. How Zelenskyy. Tell me about Zelenskyy. How will he go? There have been attempts on his life. Okay, wanted to leap out. I'll bring you down in a minute, but this one wanted to leap out. This is Two of Swords. He is at a crossroads. A very difficult decision needs to be made in regards to, because we know what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. Russia has, when I say Russia, I do not mean the Russian people. I mean the Putin and his enablers and those that are actually enacting these deeds seem to have, because they have become bogged down in this war, their attitude has changed. Putin's arrested two of his top generals and several of his top spies out of paranoia. Apparently another 3 generals have been at least killed in Ukraine when they've gone to see what's happening, plus a swag of colonels. I think it was about 14 colonels. So these are the guys that actually know how to conduct a battle. So they're getting picked up fairly regularly. But what's happened is, because the invasion has been bogged down, that the attitude at the top seems to have changed to just one of brutal thuggery. Not to say it wasn't before. Brutal thuggery where it's just, we will just beat them and batter them into submission, bomb them into submission, or just literally bomb them off the face of the earth. So he is at this stage where he has got this difficult decision of do they keep fighting, or do they sue for peace to try and protect the civilians. So I'll bring you down with me. Let's have a look. I'll just do one more shuffle. Oh, again, crossed by these circles of support. I won't take the rest in that pile, but that was the one that really wanted to come out. Crossed by these circles of support. He is supported by the people, he is supported by Europe, and he is supported by the rest of the world. He does have these circles of support, and he is being protected, he is supported by those around him. Okay, base. Page of Wands. Okay, so this is, he's a very skilled orator. He is getting the communication out there. He is getting his message across very clearly, and he has ideas aplenty. In the past, we have the King of Wands. Okay. So this is him also in the past, but this is the foundation of who he is what he brings forward from his past. So this King of Wands he's a visionary. He's honourable, he's empowering, but he also has the lion of strength on his side as well. And this is about inner strength and compassionate power. So it is in the past, but this is the basis of the meat of who he is. This was his upbringing, this is his belief in himself, this is those who support him. Crowning the reading, we have judgment. Now, judgment doesn't mean an ending, it means a collective awakening, a call to arms. Also means an inevitability. But I think what this is about, this is his purpose. Just like the world needed Trump to expose the seedy underbelly, murkiness, corruption in politics, especially in the GOP party. This with Ukraine and Russia, as ghastly as it is, and I wish there was another way, but the world just doesn't seem to notice when there's other ways attempted. But this is about a collective awakening of the world, and this was his purpose, was to awaken the world about the dangers of the far right, the dangers of autocracy, of Putin, and it was his time. It was Zelensky's time. If you cast your mind back, Crimea and Belarus were also taken under similar circumstances by Putin, but he basically just walked into both of them, took his military, walked in and put his own leader in and said, there you go. So he's tried to do the same with Ukraine, and Ukraine have said, no way. So this is the collective awakening and the call to arms. Immediate future, things are hidden that need to be brought to the surface. So this is still working on this call to arms requirement. Things need to be brought to the surface where they can be fully illuminated by this full moon. It is part of the cycle. External influences, we've got this Page of Pentacles, which is about dreaming big and working hard. So this is the people of Ukraine, dreaming big and working hard. Internal influence. So we've got 3 pages across here, which are all about setting out on a new journey with enthusiasm, energy, and they are all bringing messages. So this is interesting. We've got the Page of Swords, who is uncovering a truth, and they are educating the world. They're bringing the message of both truth and education. And that's the internal influences, but I just find it fascinating with the 3 pages. Hopes and fears, walking away from what is not serving. So I'm not seeing any disaster cards here for him at the moment, thank goodness. But what we've got is this walking away from what is not serving in the hopes and fears. So he is desperately wanting to negotiate a peace. Obviously, this war is not serving his people, and he wants to put it down and walk away from it to the light. That is his aim. That is his goal. 9 of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. Victory, success, celebration. 2 of Cups, working together. Beautiful. And the Queen of Cups, 3 cups. So this is the energy he works from, is an emotional energy, and it's also an energy that is very intuitive, but it is also very diplomatic, is this energy, and a calm energy. He is projecting calm towards his people. It is a very emotive energy. He's pleading with the rest of the world to to not abandon Ukraine, to help in whatever way they can. And I do understand that the rest of the world, we are tied up in awful politics, etc. That if the NATO does go in, if the US does go in, it runs the real possibility of tipping the madman over the edge, and then it's just an all-out world-scale war. So he is very emotional about this. He strongly believes in his country. He has faith in his people, but it is celebration. Fabulous emotional celebration, emotional coming together in unity. And then we have this just diplomatic figure. There is something she has to reveal, usually in her cup. Just looking at the crown over her head here, which is about sovereignty. Sorry, pardon my words. Okay, base of the pack. We have the Four of Wands, celebration, coming together, unification, the world, which is a new start, endings and beginnings, but this is also about unity. So we've got coming together in unity and celebration, unification and celebration. We've got coming together in unity of diversity and achievement, and the world endings and the ending of a cycle and celebration. Then we have the Four of Cups, which is an offer being made, not necessarily the offer we're after. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about karma coming to the fore. Queen of Pentacles, she is about financial security, domestic security, practicality, serenity. She's all things wonderful. She's probably my favourite of the queens. Then we have the Ace of Cups, a new beginning, and the Magician, manifesting possibilities. So I'm not seeing anything dire there at all for Zelenskyy, which I'm quite thrilled at. I think this is part of the negotiations. We've got this surrounded by the world, which is unity, full achievement, and also by karma, which is some going up, some going down. But because of all the other cards, I'm seeing that he is this on the top. And actually I'm finding it quite interesting looking at this spread, the amount of females in it. Now, it's not necessarily a female coming forward and achieving it, but it is the feminine energy, the energy of negotiation, the energy of compassion, the energy of unifying and caring, and just the complete opposite of what Putin is, where he's just masculine energy. Now, the energies need to be balanced. We can't have full female energy or full male energy. That's actually quite toxic. And at the moment in the world with the far right, we've had a very strong masculine energy without this countering feminine. And what that has meant is that there has been this rise of my way or the highway, the thuggery, the corruption, etc. It needs this feminine energy to balance it out, and it is very much something that Zelenskyy is bringing to the table. So, okay, I'm seeing a lot of positive there for him. I'm not seeing any downfall cards, which I was worried about. Again, the final page, still on the base, is about creativity, dreaming big. I mean, if you look at this is almost pie in the sky, dreaming for and bringing forward the love and the unity with this Page of Cups. That's what the message he is bringing is the message of the Ukraine that Zelenskyy wants to see, a unified, encompassing, sorry if I'm sounding a bit fangirl about this, I'm just happy that those cards came out as they came. So now I'm just going to quickly run through with a story with my intuitive cards. Keep making more of them, so they're just over there waiting to dry. But I keep getting messages of these other cards that I want to make to bring things to you, of messages that I want to bring to you. I want to make sure that the story is complete. So please tell me in the cards, Zelenskyy. Tell me the story with Zelenskyy. Tell me the story. Oops. So we've got this ruler pop out. He's my first card. I'll just keep shuffling till they're ready. Zelenskyy. Not so much ruler as in leader. He is a leader. Zelenskyy. Right, here we go. Come on down. So we've got this, the ruler. Oh, yes is upside down. So, okay, I'm going to look at this differently, because when I look at my pack, this is how the pack is. Because I don't usually read upside down. That was the only, I just glanced through to see how the rest of the cards were, and that was the only card that was in opposition to the rest of the cards. So I'll turn him over and keep going. So, ruler, yes. Masculine, via, communication. It is time. So he is turning this ruling, he is turning what is considered a ruler, a leader, on its head. And yes, this is him, the masculine energy, via communication, and it is his time. Okay, we'll keep going on this. So it is the time that this was turned on his head, and this is what he is doing. Coming together to rebalance everything upwards. Family is at the heart, not confusion. Okay. Not confusion, corruption, difficult paths. His message is very simple. And family is, you'll notice here, I haven't done any gender on these. Family is not necessarily male, female, children. It's all of those that come together in some form of love to form a community and to form a nest, a shell for ourselves, but no to this energy. The corruption with its under the dark cloud will be fully illuminated. So this is my card for greed and abundance and living the high life, etc., at the expense of others. It will come forward slowly, but we will have this beautiful unity. And it'll be full unity. So via technology, this message will get out. So the communications and the word of mouth will be celebration as we transform into just sheer happiness. I mean, if you've ever had a dog greet you at a door when you come home, it's loyalty, but it is also just sheer happiness, sheer delight, and happiness. Wow. It's all go for health plus home in negative growth. I wonder what this is for. So it's all go, health plus home. Let's have a quick look, one more. Okay. Struck down, money loss. So what I'm seeing here is that as the growth in the wealth of these guys will be struck down, which will lead to this. Science comes to the fore. Science, comfort, bullseye. Spot on, Liz. This is what, when I get to the bullseye, it's telling me that yes, that's the end of the reading. So yeah, that's what he's bringing. Down with the empty glass and fear of curtailing the freedom. So down with the emptiness, down with the fear and sadness. Not yet been written, so this is still to happen in the future. This abundance and love and drop of the ocean, or filling up of the ocean. Each drop counts as the people come together and flip conflict for ideas as we are busy with strengths. Okay, so again, nothing terribly, nothing awful there. He is just, what I'm seeing there is he is being a catalyst. And as I said before, for humanity to take notice, we needed something drastic. As ghastly as it was, and I wish we didn't. I wish we had the intelligence and common sense. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to happen amongst those in power, because power is very much about staying in power rather than leading. But he is the catalyst for change, for transformation from the avarice and greed and abundance of the few to the benefit of the many. So thank you for that. I'm quite pleased with those cards today. There was nothing terribly untoward. I haven't read as to whether he's going to survive the conflict. I'm not putting that out there. The energies that I'm putting out there is that he is an inspiration. He is a true leader, and that others will take notice. So thank you for joining me. Take care, stay safe, love and light to you all. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.